Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a great rack. I can see straight away that I have jangle. And I don't think there's going to be anything better than that. Anything better would be a 5-letter play, keeping back a consonant to go with the E. But I can't see such a play. Pretty good. Calotte may actually be good. I'm not sure about it, but it may be C-A-L-O-T-T-E. But this is close to a bingo. And quite a few floaters to consider, so I'm just going to think of them in turn. Can't see anything with the J. Or the A. Now, what about the N? Well, not that I can see. G doesn't look good. L. No. Well, I'm sure there are going to be several 8-letter bingos with this rack. At the moment, Calotte doesn't play anywhere, so I don't have to consider whether to risk it. Has that changed? Vote takes nothing in front. Okay, well, nothing. Calotte doesn't play, so I don't need to worry about that. But is there another bingo which does play? I've got the ecto prefix. I've got some 2-letter sets to consider, AT. I've got the atto prefix. I've got NE. There could be something here, but I'm not seeing it. So what about playing here? I can play T, E, T. Let me just see what that scores. It's a shame to burn the E, and it's only 23 points, and the rack leave is poor. So what about a double-double? I've got locate, which nearly works. I hope I haven't missed a bingo here. This looks such a nice rack. Have I overlooked any prefixes or suffixes? Don't think so. I don't have a hook for jangle. I think it takes D, R, and S. So what about a play down from J-O which gets doubled? Can't see anything. I don't have anything running across the top of jangle because 3 consonants makes that hard. There could well be a double-double here. And that's going to score quite well. But I'm not seeing it. A play of lot would leave a much better rack leave than tet. I'm just wondering about playing down from the V. Can't see anything. Now, have I really got nothing down from J-O? I've got Jota, but that's not quite long enough. So my L can go underneath J-O, so I could have L-E-T. That's slightly better than tet. T is a better tile to keep than L, so I'm going with this. Fantastic, and my wise decision has been rewarded with a blank. I surely have a bingo here. I have Akatur and Autocar, which work with Jangler. But I suspect there's a ton of bingos here. Now, what about a bingo beginning or... nice bingo by my opponent. 91 points. However, I should be able to come back with a bingo of my own, and the highest scoring spot will be through the eye of WikiUps. So I have the IC ending and also the Asian ending. Okay, the Asian ending doesn't work. So what about something ending IC or ICA? Aromatic. Does aromatic work? Great, this will save me having to go through the alphabet, which will save a bit of time. It works. Aromatic. I think that takes an S at the end. 86 points. The perfect riposte to my opponent's bingo. Not great, but not terrible either. I have the F. That can go above the A and below the O of aromatic. So I have fit on my rack, which plays underneath, which would score quite well and would leave the best rack leave of INRT. Do I have something down onto the A? I have Fitna. It doesn't get the F doubled, but again, the rack leave is good. IRT. And 27 points, quite a decent score. 8 takes an S at the end for future reference. Joel takes an E after it, so that could be quite a hot little lane. Wow! Back-to-back bingos from my opponent. He's now got a 40-point lead. Fortunately, this spot remains available, so that's 30 points for me and a decent rack leave. But a bad pick. All consonants. However, I've got a scoring tile in the B, and there are openings on this board, and there are a lot of tiles to come, including a blank. I could play bind at D1 for 26 points, leaving NRT. That's pretty good. Do I have anything ending bat in column 8? Can't see anything. What about a play through these two eyes? So I've got knighted. Only 14 points. It preserves the eye, which is only good in that I have no other vowels, and it's always better to have one vowel and one consonant in your rack leave to avoid 7 of either type. My opponent takes my bind spot, and although I could play Bing, I'd much rather keep 3 consonants than 4. So is there a play through the two eyes which burns the B? Can't see one. I could play Brond in column 2, which is quite nice. That scores well and has a decent rack leave. I'm not too worried about it opening column 1 because I'm behind. I have a slight doubt about whether this word is good. Now, what about playing Drib? 26 points, it's more, but that rack leave is horrendous. If I play Bryn, rack leave just not great. The rack leave after Brond is so much better. I'm going with this. Through an O, I would have Ambition. Through an I would have Bimini. So I have Bimini in row C through these two eyes. Keeping AIT, not a great rack leave. I can't see any bingos with this rack apart from Ambition. Do I have something ending bat? Close to numbat, not close enough. Or something ending mat even. Can't see anything. I've got I am by on my rack. I don't have an S for 8s. That could prove pretty crucial. Only 2 of them to come. My opponent slowed down a bit, just 24 points. So he's within sight. He's only 35 points ahead. Let me see what Bimini looks like. Bimini 26 points, keeping A-I-T. Bimini takes an S. I've played off Nimb, but Nimb is good in its own right. So I have Bimini in my back pocket. Do I have something better? Nothing goes in front of. My T can go after the T of net, but I don't have a 6-letter play. I'm going to go with Bimini and risk drawing vowels. Well, that could have been worse. I think Demacia is good. That doesn't play parallel to Insurer, unfortunately. Or indeed anywhere. Manitoid through an N. Nothing through an I or a B. Now, another fabulous bingo for my opponent, 84 points. And he's opened the board up, and I do now have somewhere for Demacia. Do I have something even better through any of these floaters? In particular, the E, close to Edie Marta. Can't see anything through the Z. Can't see anything there, so this is what I've seen. Demacia for 80. Quite a good pick. I've just blocked Hooligan through the G of Outgaze. I think Ulichan may be good. I'm 16 points behind, but my opponent's on turn. And this is quite an open board. Still 2 S's to make Biminis. My H can go after the O of Demacia, and one of my O's can go after Ord. So if that stays available, I should be scoring about 30 points. So I could play Oh-Ho, leave myself with a half-decent rack leave. And if I do get to play Oh-Ho, I'm retaining IN for ING in row L. I can't use that at the moment for a bingo. Hallooing, not good with 1L. So I have Oh-Ho. Quite an open play. I think Ordo takes an S, and certainly playing Oh-Ho will provide a hot spot in column 15, but with the E in row O, the board is already pretty hot. And look at row K, that's still available for ES words. And the 2 S's are out there, and only 19 tiles in the bag. The game is on a knife edge. Column 14 is also pretty hot if a high-scoring tile can be gotten onto this triple letter square and then doubled. Let me look at the remaining high-scoring tiles. Still an X and a Q to come. Well, the X is the biggest danger there, or the bigger danger there out of those two. And FH, P and Y as well. And with an open board and scoring tiles and balanced tiles left, there's plenty of opportunity for scoring. Now, let me check the vowel situation. 9 vowels out of 26, so a very constant heavy board. That might argue in favour of playing O rather than Oh-Ho. However, I think retaining 2 vowels is fine. Or better than retaining 3 of them, because the vowel shortage isn't sufficiently desperate. Now, do I have a 5-letter play beginning with H? Gosh, close to Helio. Gosh, that feels close to a number of things. Now, Holon is good. Holon is good, I think. Holon, 57 points. Wow, let's see if this stays on. Well, let me just think. is there a word I'm more sure of which plays in the same spot? Very easy to get carried away. I think hold on is good. I'm going with this. And I draw an S, which is pretty good. OH takes an S after it. Just waiting to see if this is challenged. And my rack's pretty good through an R. I would have airheads. Do I have anything through the B? Don't think so. Well, I have a bashed, but that's not a bingo. I don't think there's a 7 with this rack. I no longer have the N for an ing word. 52 points for my opponent. Wow, so he's 41 points in front. How annoying. I didn't think the AL was quite so dangerous, but it was. My opponent had the one tile to take advantage of that. So I'm behind. I now have the ES spot here. So let me see what Hades scores. 37 points. That's disappointing. I was expecting more. And just keeping AI, and it empties the bag. So 37 points, 407, 4 points behind, and I'm emptying the bag. That doesn't feel great. I note that XI and Zoo is available for a 50-point play. That would be game over. So I think probably I ought to be just checking here. Yeah, column 15 is available for a 7-letter play ending S. So a play of the racket, the remaining tiles are consonant heavy. I don't really want to be drawing as many of those as possible. I don't want to be drawing the Q, given that I may need a bingo to win. I've got 10 minutes on my clock. I think the best thing I can do with this rack is just play off AH. Now, what about playing it up here? It scores well, 22 points. HI takes an A in front. I've got an A. There are no A's to come. None of the remaining tiles go in front of HI. So row A is a selfish hotspot. Only I can take advantage of it. My rack leave is vowel heavy, which is good because the bag is vowel light. This is a very bingo set of 5 tiles. If I draw, say, an R or a T and dodge the Q and W, I could well have a bingo available in column 15. Okay, I think I quite like this. Is there anywhere much better for AH, somewhere which, for example, opens a new bingo lane? And I note AH is partly obstructing this I, but with this rack leave, the I isn't hugely useful. I am leaving this spot alone by the U. I'm just going to have to accept that, I think. AH does play above aromatic, but no, it doesn't open any bingo lanes there. I could play whore, which would open up row A. Well, maybe I should do that. I'm 41 points behind, but I think not. My opponent could play Wexy there for 50 or 60 points, and then a bingo wouldn't win. Tempting, though. I could play HA and bar, but that's a false opening. Yeah, it's only 6 tiles can go after it. I think I'm going to go with this. Brutal. I picked 2 I's, but it means my opponent can't play XI. 3 tiles left. That is such a brutal pickup in a vowel light bag. How irksome. But is my opponent going to be stuck with the Q? Where can he play it? Ah, he can play cat. How annoying. Maybe the Q's in the bag. If he does play cat, it'll be 22. Is there anywhere else for the queue? Don't think so. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if I'd played AH to block that, my opponent would have had QI or Chi in column 14, so I have blocked a Q spot. Still very disappointed with that pickup. It's pretty much the worst I could have had apart from drawing the Q. Managed to dodge both R's and a T. And I'm not going to have the chance to get this rack back into shape with only 3 tiles left. My opponent's likely to play off 2 or 3 tiles. However, my opponent's got a bit of a problem. He may not have any vowels. There aren't many vowels on this board. So these 2 eyes could be a blessing. I'm going to struggle to go out in 2 with this rack. I'm going to struggle to score with it. I have no scoring tiles. Just the Q. So I'm now 33 and 8, 41 points behind. I pretty much do need a bingo. 2 tiles left. Can I play I somewhere? Piri, not good. Kinney, not good. But maybe I should just play Kin and Mick. 14 points. And then an R would give me Diaries. Would I have another place to play? I think I do have to play for this bingo. Is there really nowhere to play I? I don't think so. So this leaves a 1 in the bag. I draw the W. I can't see a 7-letter play here. 1 tile in the bag. Well, which means my opponent now has both of these remaining E's, either this turn or next. Can't see a bingo through the B. What about the floating G and A of outgaze? Nothing there. Okay, so I have WAI in row A for 30 points. Okay, so the game isn't quite over yet. My opponent may score very, very little. Well, he could play EX. That would be quite a nice play. He would score well and take out this A hook. And he would then also have Zister next go, if I didn't block it. Now I can play Wash in column 15. Or I could if I had an H. Triers 33. I'm going to challenge this because if it's good, I've definitely lost. Okay, so it is good. He's got EX. So either the E or the X was the last in the bag. Can he go out with that? Well, he can't go out with it here, but he can play Zoo. He's blocked X and high. He can play Lex. Okay, so he can go out. I can play Jew for 39. I don't need to worry about the rack cleave. Can my opponent go out in a second spot? Should I be blocking Lex? Well, if I block it, he plays Zoo. 5 minutes on my clock. Well, I think this is still the best play. 39 points is a lot. So my opponent's 26 points in front. He may choose to play zoo. In which case, I have ibis in row B. I can't use the Joel spot to good effect. The best I can do is and Joel's. 9 minutes on my opponent's clock. Okay, so he plays zoo. I have ibis for 6. And I think that's the best. Ah, except it isn't. Let me put this back. I have is it down here for 12 points. Just wait for my opponent to formally end the game, which he does. And the final score, 454 for me, 491 for my opponent. A winning margin of 37 points. So a very exciting, high-scoring game. Well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was me to go first. Jangle looks like it was the play. My opponent plays vote. And great, I didn't miss a bingo here. And nothing great, nothing much above 20 points. So my play of let now looks fine. In fact, it looks best on this list. Fantastic bingo spot from my opponent with wiki ups. And aromatic was the only double-double. Great pick for my opponent. He's got insurer, and that was the only bingo. My rack, fit, f6, that was my play. Now my opponent's rack deteriorates, and his lead's only 8 points right now, but he plays Goey for 30. And Bron for 24 looks best, taking into account the rack leave. In fact, other plays only scored 2 more points. My opponent plays Eve, and at this point I'm still in touch. I'm only about 30 points behind. And I play Bimini for 26. That looks fine. And now my opponent spots a fabulous bingo without gaze for 84 and establishes a good lead of about 90 points. However, I'm able to come straight back with Demacia, and there's only 16 points in it. My opponent plays couple, and I have this rack, and I play Holon for 57. Halon also available, but Holon a better rack leave. And now, for one brief glimmer of time, I'm ahead by 11 points. That doesn't last. My opponent whacks down Fen for 52. And I have this rack. There are 5 tiles in the bag, and I'm close to a bingo, and there are bingo lanes available. A15 Dashy. 50 points rather, to 420 would have given me the lead. Yeah, probably the play. Yeah, I think that was the play. Instead I play R for 22, which means I need a bingo to win. I think Dashy meant that I could win without a bingo, but R, I'm putting all my eggs in the bingo basket. Opponent plays cat. And it didn't work out. I picked 2 eyes, which was just disastrous. And what did I do? I played Kin and Mick, which I think maximised my chances of getting a bingo. My opponent plays triers, and now I'm 65 points behind. Pretty much any bingo would win, but I didn't have a bingo. And I played Jew for 39. Opponent's got X at K6, O and neat. XO at M7. Yep, down onto the O and Lex. He plays zoo. And finally, I have is it for 12. So a pretty exciting game, high scoring. I think the key error on my part was not playing Dashy. It wouldn't have guaranteed the win, but it would have given me the option to win without bingoing. And well, let me just go back on that Dashy play, which was here. There are 5 tiles left, so Dashy would have emptied the bag, scored 50 points. I'd have been 9 points ahead. I'd have kept EA. The bag would have been empty. Yeah, so my opponent could have planned an out in 2. What did he have? Wow, I would have emptied the bag and my opponent would have had this. Okay, well, I think it would have been close. It would have been close. So, a pretty exciting game. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.